These findings surprised me more than I expected while I cleaning up the yard. Around the house, my husband and I bought in France for just 10,000 euros and about 3 hours from the ocean, which full house tour you can see on my previous video. But when I started cleaning the yard, honestly, I have never seen anything like this before, and I'm pretty sure you have not either. There were so many strange things along the way that I still don't fully understand. Maybe together we can figure out what really happened here. So let me start from the beginning. Before buying the house, we were told it had been abandoned for about 10 years, maybe even longer. The owner was an elderly lady named Josie, and from the documents we got, we learned that she had lived in Paris all her life until retirement, and then moved to the south of France to Montpellier, and passed away in 2020 at the age of 94. This house had belonged to her since 1996, which means she bought it when she was about 60. I can't say for sure, but my guess is that she bought it maybe to rent it out. And if she passed away at 94, she probably could not take care of the house for at least the last 10 years, maybe even longer, I think. That's just my guess, of course. But something does not add up here. What I found in the yard and in the shed does not look like it's been sitting there for 10 years. Let me explain what I mean. While I was picking glass out of the dirt with tweezers, I found two old French coins, both 1 franc. One from 1976 and the other from 1977. They were lying right on the surface, mixed with bits of glass, not buried, not covered with leaves or soil. Strange, right? Old coins like that have not been in use for decades, and I found it here now. Then I find a chicken bone, but it did not look like something that had been lying there for 10 years either. Later, I uncovered a drain pipe under the house, which was actually a good surprise. But what came next, I could not have imagined. Before starting, the yard looked like this. I honestly thought it was just overgrown plants and branches, and that I'd clean it up quickly. But no, it was not that simple. Now you will see what was hidden behind those branches and leaves on the ground. As soon as I started pulling out branches, I realized they had grown to the layers of trash that someone had dumped here, covered with stuff layer after layer and weighted down with bricks. Thorny plant branches had grown through the top, so it took a long time to get to the bottom layer of debris. I was honestly shocked. I did not expect to find anything like this. And even more, I could not understand why anyone would do that, because trash is picked up here once a week, same as anywhere else. Anyway, layer by layer, I found all kinds of things. For example, old nylon stockings, disposable dishes, clothes, a rug, basically everything you can imagine and even more. And most of it looked surprisingly fresh, not like it had been there for 10 years. That's when I started wondering, could squatters have lived here at some point? Did you remember in my first video I showed the room facing the yard, the one without the fireplace? It looked untouched, clean wallpaper, clean switches, but in another room with a brick fireplace there was a dirty mark on the wall, probably because a bed used to be there. Makes sense they used that room. It's the only one you could actually keep warm in, because there is no other heating in the house. And as you might know, in France, the law does not really protect property owners that well. If someone stays in your house for just 48 hours, you can only evict them to scoot. So if the owner was elderly, she might not have even known what was happening or just could not deal with it anymore. If to think that way. And what are your guesses, guys? As for the yard, I did not manage to clean up much, to be honest. It's a little bit sadly for me because I could not stay longer and I left wishing I'd done more. Now, when I understand the scale of the disaster, I will have to figure out how bulky waste is removed here in France. Let's call it establishing logistics. It might seem like just a tiny patch of land that was cleared, but look at how much trash came out of it.